Deforestation. We can make difference. Thank you for listening.
I'll talk about greenhouse effect, which is already not well known to us. Today, as the Earth is getting hotter, many scientists studied what happened to the Earth and wrote that the cause of global warming is greenhouse effect on their report. But did everybody here know that actually greenhouse effect was a natural phenomenon in order to maintain the Earth's constant temperature? Well, look at this picture. It will help you understand what I said. First, as you can see, this orange arrow means the sunlight, and now the atmosphere is filled with a right quantity of greenhouse gases like steam, carbon dioxide, methane, and so on. According to this picture, the sunlight reaches the Earth's atmosphere during the day, and most of it light goes through. But some bounce off and back into space, and I've described them with numbers like this. And these the sunlight which were trapped makes the Earth's temperature warm and cozy 59 degrees Fahrenheit on average. For some people, this temperature might be pretty cold, or for others pretty warm. It just depends on what they're used to. What I mean is that 59 is just the average temperature, including the Arctic temperature and the place near the equator. And this is all that explains what greenhouse effect is and how it works. And look at this picture, changed a little bit differently from the former one. This time, the Earth is covered with too much greenhouse gases. Can you see that the lights which bounced off to space in previous picture are now just 3? And the circle becomes orange. And this is because of a variety of factors like car emissions or exhaust from factories cause the increase of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide. Then those extra gases reinforce the greenhouse effect. As a result, the Earth is getting warmer and warmer, so today, the Earth is suffering from so-called global warming. Then what can we do to restore the original dimensions of the greenhouse effect? Well, there are a lot of things to do, but I recommend walking or riding a bike. These days, many people prefer riding their own car even in a short distance. But I think because it is more convenient, but if we choose walking instead of riding or our own car even once in a week, we can reduce 445 kilograms of carbon dioxide just in a year. And that's all for my presentation.
Rectification. At first, look at those pictures. What do you think of this? It looks like a cracked skin if you do not put on lotion in winter. This picture shows the serious desertification of Ethiopia. Maybe we couldn't imagine that we live there. And next picture, there are 3 girls. They have a water jar, each hand, to draw water from the dirty puddle. I'm sure lots of animals like dogs, horses, cows will drink that water. So if men drink that water, what happens? They will get some disease. And this poor situation was caused by desertification from humans developed and climate changes. And also overgrazing, deforesting causes superficial water retention, and then people who live there cannot have drinking polluted water. Last, this picture looks like hazy weather, but this weather formed by sandy dust phenomena. Our country also suffers sandy dust phenomena every spring and fall because China and Mongolia's desert regions and red clay regions thus that can cause bronchial trouble come by the window. Unfortunately, the regions are expanded and we will suffer this terrible phenomena more often in the future. So what is the main causes of the desertification? Eco-experts suggest the intensive population growth is the main cause. The intensive population growth brings 2 problems. The most common cause of desertification is the overcultivation of desert land. Overcultivation causes the nutrients in the soil to be depleted faster than they are restored. Studies have shown that in many environments, the rate of erosion and runoff decreases exponentially with increased vegetation cover. Overgrazing removes this vegetation, causing erosion and loss of topsoil. Second, increasing of population brings increasing needs of firewood and farmland, so people deforested and devastated the land. In addition, Earth's long drought affected, so the desertification is accelerated. As you can see, this map shows the desertification vulnerability. Dry land occupy approximately 40 and 41% of Earth's land area and are home to more than 2 billion people. It has been estimated that some 10 and 20% of dry lands are already degraded, the total area affected by desertification being between 6 and 12 million square kilometers. That about 1 to 6% of the inhabitants of dry lands live in desertified areas, and that 1 billion people are under threat from further desertification. And terribly, the Sahara is currently expanding south at a rate up to 48 kilometers per year. Among dry regions, there are 3 main regions with gray color especially vulnerable: around the Sahara, Mongolia's Gobi Desert, and Oceania. The characteristic of this area is a dry and around desert. And how could we solve these problems? Reforestation gets at one of the root causes of desertification and isn't just the treatment of the symptom. Environmental organizations work in places where the deforestation and desertification are contributing to extreme poverty. There they focus primarily on educating the local population about the danger of deforestation and sometimes employ them to grow seedling, which they transfer to severely deforested areas during the rainy season. And also, enriching of the soil and restoration of its fertility is often done by plants. Of these, the leguminous plants which extract nitrogen from the air and fix it in the soil, and food crops, trees as grains, barley, beans, and dates are the most important. Also, finally, sand fans can also be used to control drifting of soil and sand erosion. Thank you for listening. Start.